Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 2, Episode 7. I had recorded this whole thing yesterday, honey, and I ain't like it. So, we back again today, okay? I don't have no photos, but let's get done what we're going to get done with, okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, y'all know, like, comment, share, subscribe, inhale, exhale, relax, relate, release, center yourself. Y'all already know this. Look, I don't. Love and Marriage Huntsville, every episode is the exact same conversations, just in different outfits. I'm tired of it. I think that's why my review yesterday I didn't like it, because I was and some I was it was it just was I gave nothing, because I gave zero. I give zero fucks today either, but I'm gonna try to do better. Okay, Mel and Tisha still at the party fussing. Okay, about who said what to who, when, what, where, how, and why. Okay, adult women having the conversation at the party, but I digress. Tisha brings up how Mel be acting messy online, and how Mel was online saying how Tisha said that she didn't care what any man did as long as he took care of home or whatever. And I didn't say that. Yes, you did. I didn't say that. Yeah, I'm like, this is so childish. And then Tisha gets even more childish. I'm gonna get Kimmy, because Kimmy gonna know. I'm like, is Kimmy the goddamn referee? No, she is not. Kimmy comes in and she like, what y'all need me for? What's going on? Why am I in the middle? I don't know nothing. Remember that time at that place, at that location on that day when I was mad? I'm like, girl, it was so vague. That time here, I was upset with Marceau. Do you remember anything I said that would have stood out to you? And I'm looking like, that is the most vague ass, did I say something I've ever heard, okay? I don't remember what you, I don't know. I don't remember, you know what I'm saying, what you could have said, but do y'all need me for? Because I want to go. I can leave? Okay, and so she leaves or whatever. Mel and Tisha still going back and forth. You said this, and no, I did. Childish BS betwixt the two of them, okay? They get to a point where Tisha brings up how, our son heard that your husband said that his daddy got 20 women. Now our son is all upset, and you have to be careful because we got kids. Y'all all have kids. Y'all all are on a reality show. Y'all have to know anything and everything y'all do or say can get back to y'all children. It does not matter if they are in middle school, high school, or elementary school, because the teachers probably watch it. So y'all all should be careful. Now, now I feel like, we can't be, girl, it was just dumb to me. And then for Mel to say, I feel like Tisha always like using the kids versus just him saying addressing whatever adult access going on. Tisha has the right to feel like she don't want her kids, hearing lies about their daddy. But again, y'all are on a reality show. Anyway, they then come to the conclusion, we ain't gotta be friends. We can be cordial. Family and friends are off limits or whatever. They agree on that. But not before Tisha, like, what I'm saying? We can move on. And then Mel say, but your energy is not on some move out, move on stuff vibe or whatever. You have a real negative energy about yourself. Well, I can admit I need to control my energy. Or I can do that or whatever, and we can just move on in life. I'm like, girl, I don't care. And I don't care. I don't. Okay, so they fine with that. Boom, out in the hallway, but not in the hallway, but out at the party, whatever. We see Martell talking to their son, not their son, Marceau and Tisha's son, MJ, who felt some kind of way or had questions about what Marceau said about his daddy. And Martell tells him, like, look, things between the adults happen, things were said while we were upset. I don't want you worrying about if your father out here doing A, B, C, D, or to Z. Okay, I said something about your father just to piss him off. I said something to cause to get up under his skin, but I don't want you worrying about it. I just said it ain't no truth to it. I don't know if Martell was honestly saying that, or if he felt like he had to say that to ease the kid's mind. Either way, I didn't care. Okay, we then see Mel and Martell. This a lot of I don't care. through this episode. We see Mel and Martell at the office or whatever. We're talking about what they got going on. You know, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. You know, this business plan. You know, what's called embrace makeup stuff. You know, the whole play of whatever. You know, this house, that house, the Holt and Holt of it all these things. And you know, Martell, like, I think you, one, need to scale back on stuff that's not making us money. And two, I think you need to come to the office a couple hours a day because we make the bulk of our money from Holt and Holt. If you're not here, it's less money being made or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we also need to get a sitter. No, not a sitter. A nanny who can be there, you know, all the time or whatnot. So I need you to kind of handle that. And she feel like I stepped away from the Holt and Holt or whatever. I backed up some so that you can do more, whatever. And why do I have to be the one to find a nanny? Why can't y'all both look for fucking nanny? Why can't y'all do that? I agree with Martell that y'all should not, or Mel should not, well, either of y'all should not be doing a whole bunch of shit that's not making y'all no money. Even though Mel felt like, well, I stepped back because I want to get us into this multi-billion-dollar industry. I'm like, Mel, sometimes your wigs will stick around the edges. Okay, sometimes your wigs look real crunchy. You should not be in the moisturizing of the faces until you moisturize your edges. I feel like she wants to do all these things because she's trying to capitalize off of, you know, what they're doing right now, and that's smart. But if you are spreading yourself too thin and you're not paying the most attention to what's making you money, you will go broke. Okay, so I got Martell on that part, and I also understood her wanting to, you know, branch out. But I'm like, again, her edges be crunchy. I be like, girl, that edge. What's up with that edge? It needs some water. It needs some water. Okay, anyway, so they have that, and they just decide, you know, nothing gonna change or whatnot. They then discuss the party where Martell brings up how I was upset that Marceau and Tisha didn't speak to me. He then say in the next breath, but had they spoke, I would not have spoke back. So I feel like that's the last time we should all hang out, even for our kids' sake. I'm like, what? No, look. Tisha and Mayo can be the ones to let the kids hang out. You and Marcel can sit down somewhere. We ain't got time for y'all and y'all foolishness, Gunny. My hair wet, so I'm trying to not let the air from my air conditioner give me a cold. Cause I've been coughing a little bit because I've been sleeping underneath my air conditioner. So I'm trying to be smart today. Anyway, but I don't like Martell is saying, you know, he don't think the kids should hang out because him and Marcel still acting dumb. I like how Mel said, well, me and Tisha talked, even though we know that you and Marcel did not. And we are kind of, you know, anything's okay. And we said we will be cordial for the kids so the kids can still, you know what I'm saying, be around each other. And I'm like, I just can't, when we do that, they gonna still try to stab us in the back later. It's the same. Y'all really beefed out for no real appearance. It's y'all beefed out over some he say, she say, you know, Twitter, social media BS. Like, no one has really done anything to each other. Martell is more upset with Marcel and Tisha than he is with himself about cheating on his wife and bringing shame to his whole family. Martell, go the fuck up. Okay, I don't care. Even bringing up how he feel like Destiny and LeBerick should not be inviting the Scotts, you know, Marcel and Tisha to stuff. Fuck you, Martell. Shut up. Okay. We then see Maurice and Kimmy having a conversation too because is it Kaiwa wants to, what she's gonna do eventually, move closer to Huntsville. So Kimmy feel like, well, if she's gonna move closer to Huntsville, like, wouldn't y'all be like sharing custody of Monster, like, instead of him just strictly being with you all the time? And he like, well, the plan was always for him to come live with me, period. When he was 8, that didn't happen, but he's here now, and I think the time of us sharing him in that way has passed, because he's a teenager now, he's growing up to be a man, and I need to be around him to help mold him to be a better man. I don't see any issue if a mom lets the son go live with the daddy to help him be a man. I don't see an issue with that. If she raised him for the first 12, 13 years of his life and now dad has him, I'm like, it's even Stevens. It doesn't mean that mom won't be involved at all, but his dad just has, you know, so not custody, but he lived with dad. You know what I'm saying? But mom is still involved as well. And even Kimmy bringing up, you have to still talk to her. He's like, well, I know, but even with me and her co-parenting, it still has to be someone has to be in charge, and that person happens to be me. I felt like until Kai would say, you raised our son wrong, ain't no issue. I think Kiowa moving closer to Huntsville does not mean that Maurice should have to, back off or give up time or expect Kiowa to have him, half the time. I think boys do need to be with their fathers to learn to be men. As long as their father is a good, upstanding gentleman. Okay, I'm going to say that. And mama should still be involved. I think that's what it is. I don't really care. When he combined Kiowa's name with Kimmy's name was some bullshit. And Kimmy should have cried chopped him in his throat right there. But she didn't, you know what I'm saying? But again, I appreciate Maurice saying, I'm trying to mold him into being a young man. I can appreciate that. Okay, so he wants to keep things how they are, even once Kiowa gets there. Okay, whatever. Marcel teaches finished their office space. Okay. The part that we saw was nice. It's a big building. I thought it would have been more than just like one room. So I'm like, maybe it's more room in the back. I'm not sure. I'm confused or whatnot. But they sit around, talk about the birthday party or whatever. Marcel, well, me and Martell are clearly not on speaking terms. And he made it clear that in public, he won't have anything to say to me at all or whatever. And that's what it is. And Tisha brings up how me and Mel talked. And we kind of, we agreed that we're not going to be friends. We're not going to be best friends at all or whatever. But we can be cordial to one another. To which Marcel said, oh, so we're going to still be weird. I mean, I promise or whatever. And so Tisha then brings up how, well, also, my mom, who's always saying stuff, whatever, about this person or that person, is always having me to be in a point where I have to then go to them people and say something or defend her or apologize for her. Oh, so your mom is causing issue between you and Mel, you and Kimmy or whatever. She's like, no, me and Mel is me and Mel or whatever. No, you and Mel is also you and your mama, because Wanda's messy as fuck. And then I appreciate Marcel saying, you might need to tell your mama to just shut the fuck up. Not in those words, because I would never say those words to my mom. My mom is nothing like Wanda. Like, my mom is so messy, you know what I'm saying? It's Wanda's a whole mess. Wanda's like the messy auntie who comes to the family reunion and say, that ain't your baby, right? Bitch, I didn't ask you. And saying she causes conflict. And Tisha needs to learn to control her mom to the point where her mom Mom, don't get me in bullshit because you want to speak your truth. You don't have no say so on what's going on over here. Okay, but Tisha won't do that or whatnot. And I'm like, well, that's on Tisha. So, and Marcel brings up how, I wish you had all these excuses for me when I do shit as you do your mama. I mean, but your mama and your husband are two different people. So we then see Destiny. Destiny stops by, okay, and I'm like, her outfit that she wore, where's a picture of it? I was like, it was a lot. I thought I did, but I don't. I was like, I do. Boom. I'm like, is that what we wear to be at this meetings? It's the stockings of it all. I felt like, is that a professional stockings set? I'm not the whole lace and the whole. First of all, I ain't seen stockings like that since 1999 maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, girl, okay, but I mean, they in Alabama, so Alabama fashion may be just different. Because I was gonna talk shit about Marcel and them boots, but I'm like, they in the country. You know what I'm saying? Alabama's the country, and the country different. They wear cowboy boots. So I can't say shit about that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So again, Destiny is there for business because she wants to talk to Marceau about him doing the build out of her salon suites in the back of her hair salon. Her beauty supplies, the beauty supply that will have hairstylist suites in the back. And so she's there, business wise or whatever. But Tisha, I guess, did not know it was a business situation or whatever. She's sitting down like, I ain't gonna get up. I'm gonna sit right here. Get up so they can do business, please and thank you. When they start talking and she realized, oh, like this is about bitch. Okay, this ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me get up. She then goes and just sits at the desk or whatnot. And again, this is like the front part of the building. So again, I would not want my office in the front when someone walks in, if there's more space in the back, okay? But that's just me. If all the space is this, I get it, but I was under the impression that, you know what I'm saying, it would be like space in the back. Like you walk in the front part is the reception area where someone tells you, oh, let me go in the back and get Tisha. I didn't think you walk in and boom, Tisha right there. Anyway, it was cute for Marcel to not realize or not want to speculate that Destiny was pregnant because he offered her something to drink. She's like, I can't drink. She's like, oh, you look, I have learned to not insinuate or guess or say that someone's pregnant unless they tell me that, because a person can just be plump and not insulted them or whatever. So that was cute. Anyway, as they talking, what I'm saying, trying to discuss the business, the product that she wants done, the square footage of the building, her time frame to have it done or whatnot. Tisha keeps interrupting with questions. Nothing about that. She just being nosy. Oh, so how you come up with the name of the shop? Oh, okay. And what's your shoe size? Oh, okay. And what's today's date? Oh, okay. How you make ham hocks? Oh, okay. And that kind of stuff, whatever. And you can see that Destiny, like, she getting on my nerves. She's being a little bit pestering. I do feel like, as a business person, you cannot have your spouse, your girlfriend, whoever, there if they're not there to be, for the business of it all. And I feel like if your partner, your wife, or whoever, your spouse, don't know to shut up and let you handle it, without them kind of just interjecting, I think that can be very, very, very unprofessional. And I don't like stuff like that. Like, even if this was not a TV show, whatever, in real life, I don't want to go to anyone's office to discuss business and they spouse is there just chit-chatting with me. Like, that ain't what I'm here for. Okay, go ahead on somewhere. Like, this is not a personal situation right now, but I digress. Well, Marcel brings up how, it took them 8 or 9 months to get their business, to the point where it is now, and it's probably still being built out. She's like, oh, for real? Because I need this stuff done by, like, April. Like, I can't, it can't be, like, months and months and months and months and whatnot. He like, I'll take the schedule. I'll see what we can do. I'll put in my bid. We can go from there. I do feel like, people should not rush construction timelines. It's a difference between not wanting the contractor to pussyfoot around and take too long to make more money versus you want something done in 4 weeks. It needs to be 8 weeks. It needs to be 8 because you want me to build out like 8 suites. So I need a good 8 weeks to make sure, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G is done. But it's again, you get, you just make sure that they're not playing you. But you don't tell me 8 weeks and it takes 16 weeks. That's some bullshit, okay? Anyway, we then see, Destiny had the soft opening for her beauty supply store. It was nice. It was a big space, and people was in there, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming they didn't have the shelves in there yet or whatnot because it was people in there. And it was a soft opening, but I'm looking like, oh, okay, you got wigs up, some do-rags. Okay, whatever. So we do see that, the ladies was all sitting around talking. Okay, it was Tisha, Kimmy, and Mel chit-chatting. It was cool with that and whatnot. To see them just being able to be in the same space, and it didn't seem awkward until Letitia. I'm gonna probably always mispronounce her name, but I don't care. Because sometimes I say Tisha, sometimes I say Tisha. I don't care. But she jokes like, "Oh, if y'all talk," because they start talking about Mel's party that she crashed and whatnot, and about the products and how she had gift bags or whatever. And since I was kicked out of that thing, I should probably walk away. I'm like, it ain't funny. Like, if you gonna move on, you should not bring that up no more ever again. Point blank. Period. But I digress. Okay, but petty is petty. And then Tisha then brings up how I'm having an event. It's coming up, whatever you say. It's called The Power of Marriage. Okay, we're going to be talking about marriage. Oh, well, who's going to be, the speaker? Is what Mel asked Tisha. Oh, I have, guest speakers. Okay, but who are the speakers? Well, Kimmy and Maurice. And Kimmy was like, me? Okay, I guess I'm a speaker. She hadn't even told Kimmy. How are you a professional? And you have not told the person that you want them to do something for you. I'm like, did you just come up with this as you were talking? I don't know. And I'm like, that's just messy, but I digress. And she also said, and me and Marcel, and then Cedric, and I'm assuming Cedric's wife or whatever. I'm like, oh, well, okay. And she said, I would like everybody to come to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I mean, I guess so. And so that was a situation and whatnot. We then see, like, Mel went to Martell and was like, I need to behave at the party. He's like, man, fuck them. I said, fuck who? Who you mad at, bro? What's going on? Okay. Now, we do see how LeBeric then goes to Mr. Marceau. How, for the build out for the suites or whatever, they also had asked or mentioned to the hosts about it, and the hosts may also put a bid in. Even though I believe Martell said, like, that's not the kind of work we do, and we busy, for one. But Mel then said, oh, we can try to do it or whatever. And Marceau was like, oh, we know it's not a competition or whatever. I'm saying, we put my bid in, and that's it. And, I'm like, okay. Now, we had also saw earlier how Maurice said to Destiny, when she mentioned Marceau putting the bid in to do it, he then said, ain't he too busy to, like, can he even fit that? Like, he got a lot going on. Are you sure? And which made her like, well, damn, did he tell me he would do it just to, I guess, have too much going on and maybe can't do it. So again, it's already some muck up in the water or whatnot. So we then see Tisha talking to Destiny. We already know that Destiny felt some kind of way with Tisha consistently asking questions at her meeting with Marceau. We then see that comes to a head because she then starts asking Tisha, did you know that me and him was meeting for business? Did you know what the meeting was about? Do you usually sit in on his meetings for business or whatever? And she was like, well, I didn't know what it was about. I did not know it was a business meeting, and I don't usually sit in with him on his business meetings. I don't do that or whatnot, which made Destiny feel like, so why were you at ours or whatever? But she was handling it in a way that did come off messy. I got her points that she was trying to make. I saw where she was trying to go. She didn't quite execute it the right way or whatnot, which made Tisha feel some kind of way. And now they kind of like snapping back at each other to where when she said, oh, well, don't your man, like, don't you know his schedule? And she was like, no, like, I don't check his calendar. Like, do you and your man, like, you check your husband's calendar? And then Destiny didn't say, well, yeah, like, I check his calendar. He checks mine. I know his meetings. He knows mine. And, that's what it is. And so Tisha was like, oh, well, we don't have to do that. Like, we don't have the need to do that. And I'm like, girl, it was how she said, we don't have to do that. Meaning, y'all out here, checking in all the time. We don't do that. And I feel like Destiny and LeBeric, whatever, are newlyweds for one. They have been long distance for two. And the only reason they probably would have been doing that was to be aware of where the other one was, because they were not used to being together. I don't think any couple needs to know each other's schedule fully. But it's nothing wrong with knowing, okay, my husband got meetings all day. And the meeting, so if he has a meeting, it's probably a business one or whatever, let me leave. Again, I think Destiny should have said, my whole point was, that was a business meeting and you were there and you're not in his business and you kept interrupting the business conversation. So I just wonder, like, if you usually are there. That's what she should have said. And it would have happened or whatever. So now they both feel some kind of way. And so they kind of go their separate ways or whatnot. So we then see Tisha goes to Marceau to bring up what just happened. And he's like, you can't listen to newlyweds. So they've been married for a minute. We've been married for years. You can't let her try to tell you what to do because they don't know what they doing just yet. All newlyweds assume they have all the answers to do whatever, but, ain't a big issue, whatever. And I'm like, I still feel like Destiny's point was Tisha didn't have to be there if she wasn't supposed to be there because she was interrupting. Boom. So we then see Marceau brings up how, I was also talking to LeBeric, and he brought up how, they also gonna have the hosts put a bid in for this, which made Tisha say, well, that's messy. We don't have to bid with them. They know they don't like us or whatever, so why would they do that? Like, that's just being messy. And Marceau like, well, no, it's okay. We're gonna put our bid in, and whatever happens. We can't not put bids in based on who someone either is or aren't friends with, because that would end up having us not doing a lot of work. Because it'll be too, pick and choose or whatnot. So we're gonna let whatever happens happen. We then see Destiny, who goes to Mel to talk about the thing between her and Tisha that just happened. Tisha, whatever. That just happened to where she felt like, it was something different about Tisha, Tesha, whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to ask her about if she knows that her man had, meetings here or there for business or whatever, because I felt like she kept interrupting or whatever. And then in our chit chat, I felt a shift in her energy that was just, a little bit different, which makes Mel then say, "Oh, so you feel it too?" You know what I'm saying? It's always something. I'm looking like, look. And that's how the show went off or whatever. And Mel then told her, just be careful with Tisha or Letitia, whatever. And I feel like I like Destiny. I think she's new. I feel like they brought someone else on the show to hopefully break up the monotonous of the whole Holtz versus the Scotts. But it seems as if Destiny and Derek or whatever is getting all caught up in the bullshit of it all. And now I'm like, I'm just tired of this same argument, of this same fussing and fighting over something so trivial and petty. It just makes me not want to watch or review the show. They aggravate my nerves. Okay. Anyway, that was the whole episode. I'm done. Peace.